Ayan. Next na characteristic ng partnership is dapat it is a principal contract. When we say principal contract, mag-e-exist siya on its own. Hindi siya nakadepende sa ibang kontrata. Okay? So when we say principal contract, it exists on its own. Wala siyang dinedependihan na ibang kontrata. Next, a partnership is commutative. Mama, anong ibig sabihin ng commutative? Commutative, ibig sabihin, say for example, si Jeff, si Crystal, si Oliver, and si Realyn, they are partners. Whatever man yung gawin ni Oliver, ibig sabihin nun, nire-represent niya yung partnership. Okay? So, whatever yung gawin ni Oliver, on behalf of the partnership, lahat silang apat doon, parang nirepresent ni Oliver silang apat. Okay? So, that is commutative. They act on behalf of the partnership. Next, preparatory. Bakit siya preparatory? Ang ibig sabihin, guys, kasi ng preparatory, ibig sabihin nito, we enter into preparatory contract para mag-enter tayo into another contract. Bakit siya preparatory? Kasi after nating i-form yung partnership, pwede na tayong pumasok sa ibang contracts with the customers. Okay? So, that is the meaning of preparatory. Na kumbaga, kaya natin pinorm yung partnership is for us to be able to enter into another contract. Say, for example, contract of sale doon sa ating customer. Kaya siya tinawag na preparatory. Next characteristic of a partnership is dapat onerous. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng onerous? Dapat lahat ng partners doon sa partnership, they should contribute something. Okay, again, when we say kailangan may contribution, hindi necessarily may pera, hindi necessarily may property, pwedeng skill or labor yung i-contribute sa partner. Pero dapat the partners should have contribution. And last na characteristic ng partnership, it has a special name or designation sa mata ng So, meron kasi tayong mga in-nominate contract. Kapag in-nominate yung contract, ibig sabihin nun, walang pangalan yung kontrata. No? Kabaligtaran nun, nominate. Kasi nominate, I nominate myself. Nominate contract, ibig sabihin nun, may pangalan siya sa mata ng. Kasi nga, ang tawag sa kanya ay contract of partnership. Okay, so yung, ilan ko, 2, 4, 6, 7, yung 7 na yon, those are the characteristics of a partnership. Again, so before partners can establish a partnership, meron tayong essential requisite para makapag-enter sila ng isang partnership. First, there should be a valid contract. Again, requisites of a partnership, una, there should be a valid contract. Dapat may kontrata sila na they are entering into a partnership. Di ba ang kontrata, they are perfected by mere consent. So, ibig sabihin, yung kontrata na pinag-uusapan natin dito, pwedeng consent lang nila. Hindi necessarily signed contract. Okay? Kasi nga, contracts are perfected by mere consent. Basta nag-consent ka, you enter into a contract already. Okay? So, ang partnership kailangan may valid contract. And ibig sabihin, kailangan pwede na consent lang yung binigay ng mga partners. Second, kailangan yung mga partners, they have the legal capacity of the persons forming the partnership. Kailangan daw may legal capacity. Kapag minor, pwede bang mag-enter into a partnership yung minor? Hindi. Kapag insane yung person, pwede pa siyang mag-enter into the partnership? Hindi. Kapag incapacitated yung person, pwede pa siyang mag-enter into a partnership? Hindi. Kasi kailangan the partners should have legal capacity to enter into the partnership. Number 3, kailangan, essential requisite is they should have a mutual contribution. So, ibig sabihin, lahat sila dapat may contribution. Not necessarily equal yung contribution nila. Basta ang sabi natin, lahat sila merong contribution. Number 4, kailangan magpo-form sila ng lawful business. What if unlawful business yung pinorm nila? Valid ba yung partnership? Hindi, kasi unlawful. So, dapat the partnership should be formed because of a lawful business. And last characteristic is that dapat the partnership is formed for the purpose of obtaining profit. Okay? Kailangan ang purpose ng partnership is to obtain profits and to divide the profits among the partners themselves. Okay? So again, question. Kailangan ba signed yung kontrata for you to enter into a partnership? Kailangan ba signed? Hindi, di ba? Kasi contracts are perfected by. But when you say perfected, valid siya. Yung validity niya, nagiging effective. Di ba sabi ko, contracts are perfected by mere consent. Di ba? So kapag pumayag ka to enter into a partnership, you are already in a partnership. Not necessarily kailangan ng signed document. Okay. Number 2 question, review. Kapag ba walang legal capacity, pwedeng pumasok sa partnership? So, yung minor, pwede. See, for example, ito. Lasing na lasing ako. Nilasing ako ni Oliver. Sabi ni Oliver, lasingin ko si ma'am pag enter kami into a partnership. Nilasing ako. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, nung lasing na ako, nung di ko na siya kilala, na ma'am, mag-enter tayo ng partnership. Tapos umuow ako. Sa tingin niyo ba, capacitated ako to agree into the contract nung time na tinanong niya ako? Valid ba yung partnership na tinatry i-form ni Oliver? Kasi hindi ako capacitated dun sa time na tinanong niya. Question. Necessary ba na equal dapat yung contribution ng profits? Hindi. Pero necessary ba na magpo-contribute ng something yung partners into the partnership? Yes. Kung walang contribution, is that partnership? Ano ulit ang primary purpose? Why do we enter into partnership? To obtain what? Profit. Okay? So those five are the essential requisites of a partnership. So any person capacitated to contract or yung may mga legal capacity, they can enter into a contract of partnership. So again, kapag walang legal capacity, hindi tayo makaka-enter into a partnership. So, if you are minor, if you are insane, kung hindi ka marunong magbasa at magbaliw, if hindi ka, yung insane ay baliw. So, kung hindi mo kayang magsulat at magbasa, tapos sabi sa'yo, uy, kunyari si Ronel, hindi siya nakakabasa at nakakasulat. Kunwari lang, wag kang ma-offend, ha? Kunwari lang. Kunwari, hindi nakakabasa at nakakasulat si Ronel. Deaf-mute din. Tapos ngayon, si Ivan, gumawa siya ng kontrata. Sulat siya ng kontrata na magpo-form sila ng partnership, si Ronel at si Ivan. Nakalagay doon, iko-contribute ni Ronel lahat ng lupain nila doon sa partnership na gagawin nila. Eh, hindi nga nakakabasa si Ronel. Hindi naman niya in-explain. Valid ba yung kontrata na finorm ni Ivan? Hindi. Kasi incapacitated si Ronel dun sa example natin. Dun lang sa example. Baka ma-hurt si Ronel. Ayan, sige. So again, kapag yung business na gagawin is unlawful, valid ba yung partnership?
Hindi po.
Okay, so kapag unlawful yung object or yung purpose ng partnership, that is void ab initio. Ibig sabihin, void yung partnership. Okay. As to its object, yung partnership natin, pwede siyang maging universal partnership or particular partnership. Ano ang difference ng universal partnership or limit or particular partnership? Wait lang, hihinga lang. Pagod na ako. Si Alexis, tinatawanan ako. Lo, Alexis, wag kang ganyan. Ayan, so kapag pag universal partnership, lahat ng property and lahat ng profits na ma-earn nyo sa partnership, that will be owned by the partnership already. Ang limited partnership, hindi ganun yung effect. Okay, again, as to the object, we have universal partnership and particular partnership. Saan nga ulit nagiging property ng partnership yung mga profits and yung property na i-contribute natin? Sa universal or particular? Sa, ano ulit? Universal. Okay, so again, we have two types of partnership according to object, universal or particular. Okay. Yan, sige. Gaano katagal pwedeng mag-last ng isang partnership? Sige nga, gaano katagal pwedeng mag-last ng isang partnership? Hanggat pasok pa sa requisites? Hanggat hindi na-breach yung contract? Hindi napapasa. Wait lang, sige. Okay. Guys, di ba, paano ulit na-perfect ang isang partnership? By mere consent. So, yung partnership, mag-e-exist yan hanggat nandoon yung consent ng lahat ng parties. So, di ba yung corporation, if you still remember, how many years lang naglalast yung isang corporation? 3? 5? More, higher. 50 years. So, a corporation may only last for 50 years. Pero that 50 years is renewable. Pwede mong ipa-extend. Sa partnership, hanggat nandoon yung consent, yung agreement ng mga partners, walang limit. Yun nga lang, nabanggit ko to sa inyo, say for example, yung apat ulit, si Jeff, si Oliver, si Crystal, tsaka si Realyn, may partnership sila. Tapos, si Realyn, sabi niya, ayoko na dito sa partnership natin. Aalis na ako. Ang mangyayari doon, madidissolve yung partnership. Ang problema dito sa partnership, madali siyang madissolve. No? So, pag umalis si Realyn, dissolve yung partnership. Mawawala yung partnership. So, anong mangyayari? Si Jeff, si Oliver, and si Crystal, they would form another partnership. Okay, so say for example, apat sila, gustong makisali ni Kyla, madidissolve yung current na partnership. Then ano mangyayari? Magagawa sila ulit ng panibagong partnership na kasama si Kyla. Okay? So, ang dito lang sa partnership, hindi tayo pwedeng basta-basta mag-admit ng partner. So, say for example, silang apat, gusto ni Kylang sumali, ayaw nung dalawa, hindi makakasama si Kyla. Kasi nga, there should be consent. Okay? Kailangan mag-consent lahat ng parties. Okay. So, ano yung rules natin to determine the existence of a partnership? So, kailan? Kaya ko to. Tagal ko kasing hindi nagsasalita ng matagal, tapos biglang 8 hours ulit. Ang hirap. Ha? Hindi naman kami ganyan mag-usap, ganyang kalakas. Ayan, sige. So, kailan natin ma-determine na may nag-exist na partnership. Kasi for example, si Jeff at saka si Rhea Lee, kunyari magkasawa sila. Hindi na lang, wag na lang pala magkasawa. Kunwari, bumili sila ng lupa, dalawa sila. Tapos they become co-owners talaga. So, ibig sabihin, dalawa silang may-ari ng lupa. Meron na bang partnership between Jeff and Rhea Lee? Yun lang yung premise. Bumili lang silang dalawa ng lupa, tapos co-owners lang sila. Walang sinabi na ano. Pwede ba natin i-assume na may partnership? Hindi. Okay? So, co-ownership, say for example, meron kayong property na dalawa kayong may-ari, not necessarily partnership siya. Bakit kailangan yung 5 requisites of a partnership kailangan ma-fulfill? Goal ba nila na kumita dun sa lupa na binili nila? Di ba not necessary? Okay? So, not necessary na kapag merong co-ownership, meron na tayong partnership. Next, sharing of gross returns that does not establish a partnership. Kasi for example, ang ginawa nila, binenta nila yung lupa. Pinagkatian nila. May partnership na ba sila doon? Wala. So, not necessarily na nag-happy sila dun sa pinagbentahan nila ng lupa. Ibig sabihin nun, may partnership na sila. Okay? Ayan. So, say for example, naka-receive ng share ng profit. Say for example, merong business si Jeff. Tapos, binigyan niya ng share ng profit si Rhea Lee. Hindi natin alam if merong partnership yung dalawa. Ang rule natin dito, once na maka-receive ng profit yung isang tao, prima facie evidence, ibig sabihin, ang unang rule natin, ang una nating iisipin is that part siya ng partnership. Okay, yun yung difference. For example, si Jeff, nag-share sa profit niya si Rhea Lee. It is a prima facie evidence na merong partnership. Kasi nag-share sila ng profit. Unless, merong contradicting proof na magpapatunay na hindi sila partners. Okay? Co-ownership. Meron bang partnership? Wala. Kapag nag-share sila ng pinagbentahan, may partnership? Gross returns. Wala. Kunyari, pinagbentahan nila yung lupa. May profit? May profit. May partnership? Wala. Pero, pag nag-share na ng profit si Rhea Lee dun sa business ni Jeff, pwede ba nating i-assume na merong partnership? Yes. Okay, sige. Ito, bibigyan ko kayo ng examples. Sabihin nyo sa akin if may partnership or wala. Sige. Ayoko nang sabay-sabay ha. Magtatawag ako. Ito. Si Shirley daw, naka-receive siya ng ito. Si Bailey at si Boyito. Ba't natatawa sa Boyito? Pagod na ako guys, pero kaya ko to. Si Bailey at si Boyito, nag-inherit sila ng huge sum of money dun sa nanay nila namatay. Tapos ngayon, bumili sila ng kondo. Pinarentahan nila. Is there a partnership? Bumili si Bailey and si Boyito. Nagmana sila ng pera. Bumili sila ng kondo. They are co-owners of the kondo. Wala namang sinabi na yun yung main objective. Diba they are co-owners of the property?
Hindi po.
Eto. Ayan. Ano ba yan? Ito. Ganito. At ganito. For example, si Bridge tsaka si Chandler, may-ari sila ng commercial building. Yung commercial building na yon, minana nila sa tatay nila. Okay? Dalawang tao, si Bridge tsaka si Chandler, meron silang commercial building na pinaparentahan, na namana nila sa tatay nila. Ngayon, naka-receive sila ng pera from the rent. Tapos pinaghatian nila. Meron bang partnership? Wala, kasi they are co-owners, di ba? Co-owners lang sila. Nagkataon lang na merong renta na nare-receive from that commercial property. Pag co-owner, ang una nating iisipin, if they are just co-owners, hindi sila partners. Okay, di ba? Not necessarily co-owners, you are partners. Kailan lang, dun sa instances na binanggit ko kanina, kailan lang natin sasabihin na they are partners? Kapag naka-receive ng share ng profit. Okay? From the business. Okay, so there are different kinds of partnerships. As to the legality, if the partnership is legal as to its existence, ang tawag doon ay de jure partnership. Again, de jure. It is spelled like this. Aray. De jure. Jure. If it is legal, it is de jure. When it is not legal, it is de facto. De facto hindi impacto. De facto. Again, if it's legal ng existence niya, ang tawag sa partnership, de jure. Kapag illegal, de facto. Kapag sa object, again, nabanggit ko kanina, pwedeng universal, pwedeng particular. Kapag liability ng partners, meron tayong tinatawag na general partnership. Meron din tayong tinatawag na limited partnership. When we say general partnership, guys, wait lang. Balik tayo dun sa concept ng partnership and corporation. Sa partnership, when it comes to liability, liable ba yung partners up to their personal assets? Kunwari, lugi yung partnership nilang 4, tapos may utang pa silang 500,000. Ako na creditor nila, pwede ko pa ba silang habulin up to the extent of their personal property? Yes, di ba? Yun yung isang characteristic ng partnership. They are generally liable for the debts of the partnership. So, yun yung default na concept ng partnership. Yung general partnership na liable ka up to the extent of your personal property. Yung limited partnership naman, dito sa limited partnership, merong isa na merong limited liability. Again, sa general partnership, all of them are solidarily liable sa debts ng partnership up to the extent of their personal asset. Sa limited partnership, merong isa na limited yung liability. What do you mean by limited liability? Limited liability, hindi liable up to the extent of personal asset. Okay? So, kailangan, pag limited partnership, kailangan may one or more ay limited yung liability. Pero hindi pwede na lahat sila limited liability. Okay? Hindi pwede na lahat limited liability sa isang partnership. Dapat merong kahit isa man lang dito na general partner. Okay? Hindi pwedeng lahat. One or more lang yung may limited liability. Oliver, parang hirap na hirap ka na. Anong problema natin? Ha? Pagod na ba kayo? Pagod na kayo? Papasayawin ko kayo pag pagod na kayo. Pagod na kayo? Hindi pa tayo pagod dito. Walang napapagod sa pamilyang to. Napagod na ako. Next, as to publicity naman, meron tayong tinatawag na secret partnership and notorious partnership. Sa secret partnership, hindi natin alam na partners yung isa dun sa mga partners doon. Okay? Say for example, merong partnership si Shane, si Ivan, at saka si Ronel. Tapos, hindi pinapaalam ni Shane at ni Ivan sa public na partner pala nila si Ronel. Okay, that is a secret partnership. Ibig sabihin, si Ronel ay kabit. Charot! Di ba secret? Bakit sinisikret ang isang partner? Sige nga, bakit niloloki ang isang partner? Kasi?
May kabit.
Kasi di ba, bakit
May
niloloki? Sige nga, ito may mga input yung nasa online. Bakit niloloki yung partner?
May kabit.
Bakit? Crazy, Crisaline, bakit niloloki?
Kabit.
Kabit. Dahil daw kabit. So, yung sabihin, yun yung secret partnership. Kapag merong isa na yung existence niya dun sa partnership is not known to the public, that is a secret partnership. Notorious partnership kapag yung existence ng lahat ng partners is known to the public. Okay, as to the purpose of the partnership, nakakasunod ba? Guys, sorry. Dito sa law, medyo mahihirapan akong mag-provide ng materials kasi wala akong makita na PDF. Ha? Scan. Mahirap mag-scan ng dami kasi buong libro to. Pag bumili yung classmates nyo, kayo mag-scan. Tulong-tulong kayo mag-scan. Pero ako, hindi ko na kaya. Ha? Pwede naman, pag may bumili, makisuyo kayo na i-scan nyo, tapos i-upload nyo. Or pwede ito, padala ko sa inyo, i-scan nyo. Ha? Ito? Pwede naman. Nag-iisang version to. Hindi ko alam. Dali, going back. Sorry guys, so if ever gawin nyo ng paraan, pwede ko naman ito ipahiram saglit, if ever, after class or morning. Pero wag ngayon, kailangan ko ito iuwi. Sige, mamaya. Game. As to the purpose of the partnership, pwede siyang commercial or trading partnership or professional or non-trading partnership. Anong difference? Kapag professional partnership, pino-form natin yung partnership to perform professional services. Ano po ang example ng professional partnership? Kasi for example, ako, si Ma'am Ara, at saka si Sir Gerald, mag-form kami ng partnership to perform accounting services. So that is a professional partnership. Bakit? Kasi anong ino-offer namin? We are offering professional services. Pero say for example, ako, si Lizelle at saka si Des, nag-form kami ng partnership para magbenta, say for example, ng mga bags. That is a commercial or trading partnership. Okay, last. As to its duration, yung partnership pwedeng fixed and pwede siyang partnership at will. Duration. As to duration, yung partnership, pwedeng partnership at will or fixed partnership. When we say partnership or fixed partnership, say for example, sasabihin dun sa agreement that the partnership will only exist for 1 year. That is a fixed partnership. Pero partnership at will, pwede nilang ituloy kahit kailan nila gusto, pwede nila yung i-stop kailan nila gustong i-stop. Okay, so those are the kinds of partnership. Again, sige, review. Tingnan natin. Pwede bang lahat ng partners is under limited liability? Hindi, kailangan merong isa na general partner. Ano ulit yung tawag sa partnership that is not valid because yung purpose niya is not legal? Okay? Oh. Ano yung tawag sa legal on its existence? What kind of partnership?
De jure.
Ano ulit yung partnership na pwedeng ituloy at the will of the partners? Pwedeng ituloy at the will of the partners. Walang fixed na term. Partnership at will. Okay, so yun yung mga different kinds of partnership na meron tayo. As to purpose is professional partnership or commercial or trading. Ang dami pa. Pagod na kayo? Hindi ba ako pagod? Marami akong energy kasi binilhan niyo ako ng kape.
Kinds of partners, ma'am. Char. Narinig mo ako?
Yes. Yes po. Sino yun ang sasalita?
Hello.
Why, Simon?
Wala po. Kanina kasi nasagot ako. Baka din
Why
narinig.
po? Sige, tuloy natin. Guys, nakakaano pa lang tayo. 6 pages pa lang tayo sa libro. Nabaliw si Jeff Ken. Now we proceed to the kinds of partners. Kanina, kinds ng partnership. Ngayon, kinds ng partner. Ngayon, ang unang kinds ng partner ay yung tinatawag natin na capitalist partner. Capitalist partner. From the term itself, anong kinakontribute ng capitalist partners? Capital.
Pera.
Next kind of partnership is what we call the industrial partner. Yung industrial partner, ang kinocontribute nila ay labor, industry, or services nila. Next, general partner again. General partner, nag-extend up to the personal assets, yung liability nila. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng habulin up to the separate property nung partner. Pwede silang habulin up to their separate property. Yung limited partner, ang liability niya is only limited up to his capital contribution. Next, we have the managing partner. Yung managing hoy. Tigilan nyo yan. Yung managing partner, from the term itself, siya yung anong ginagawa niya sa partnership? Nagmamanage. Okay? Next, we have the liquidating partner. Yung liquidating partner naman, say for example, madidissolve na yung partnership. When we say liquidate kasi, ibig sabihin nun, ililiquidate natin yung business. Ika-close na natin yung business. So if the partner is a liquidating partner, siya ang bahalang mag-close or ayusin lahat ng affairs ng business dahil nga magko-close na yung partnership. Next is partner by estoppel. Ano naman estoppel? Estoppel. Okay. Ano naman yung partnership by estoppel? Ganito natin siya i-explain. Pinapaniwala mo yung third persons na partner ka, pero in effect, hindi ka naman talaga partner. Yun yung partner by estoppel. So say for example, si Jeff, si Rhea Lynn, si Oliver, si Crystal, they are partners in a partnership. Ngayon, si Ronel, sabi niya kay Ivan, uy Ivan, meron kaming partnership na 5. Hingin mo tong item namin. Okay? Ito yung binibenta namin coming from our partnership. So ngayon, nagtanong si Ivan dun sa 4. Tapos sinabi ni Ivan, "Huy, Jeff, kasali ba talaga si Ronel? Si Ronel dun sa partnership mo? Kasi may binibenta sa akin." Sabi ni Ivan, "Gusto kong bilhin yung binibenta niyo sa akin." Yun yung sabi ni Ivan. Ngayon, sabi ni Jeff, ay naku, bibilhin pala ni Ivan yung binibenta ni Ronel. Baka pag sinabi ko na hindi partner si Ronel, baka hindi bilhin ni Ivan. So ngayon sabi ni Jeff, ayo Ivan, partner yan si Ronel. Okay? So, ganun sinabi niya. Pinaniwala nila na partner si Ronel doon sa partnership para mabenta nila kay Ivan yung item. So, si Ronel ngayon is partnered by Estopel. Okay? Liable si Ronel kay Ivan just in case merong defect yung item. Kasi for example, binili rin nila yung cellphone. Yun yung partnership. Nagbebenta ng cellphone. Ngayon, binili ni Ivan yung cellphone kay Ronel. Kasi nga napaniwala siya na partner siya nung apat. Tapos ngayon, yung cellphone, nung binuksan ni Ivan, sabi ni Ivan, ay gagi, hindi gumagana, sira. Hindi nagcha-charge. So ngayon, sabi ni Ivan kay Ronel, Hoy Ronel, hindi naman nagcha-charge tong cellphone na binenta nyo yung mga partners ko. So sabi ni Ronel, biglang, dahil hindi nagcha-charge, sabi ni Ronel, ay joke lang, hindi naman ako part ng partnership, silang apat na. Okay? Dahil bumili si Ivan nung item because of pinaniwala na si Ronel ay partner, liable si Ronel kay Ivan kahit hindi naman siya technically partner. Gets? What if, ngayon, nagbenta ng item kay James, itong apat na to, walang kinalaman si Ronel. Binentahan nila si James rather, ng iPhone. Defective din. Si Ronel ba, liable pa kay James? Hindi na. Kay Ivan lang siya, liable. Okay? Yun yung partner kay Estopel. Nagets? Uy. Uy. Ano intindihan yung partner by Estopel? Liable si Ronel kay Ivan kasi si Ivan yung pinaniwala niya na part siya ng partnership. Pero si James, na wala namang pinalaman si James si Ronel dun sa pagbili ni James, hindi liable si Ronel kay James. Okay? Yun yung partner by Estopel. Nagets po nung nasa online?
Opo.
Okay, sige.
Opo.
Next kind of partner is what we call the continuing partner. Continuing. As in, nagtuloy. Continuing. Okay. Ano naman yung continuing partner? Guys, di ba sabi ko sa inyo kanina, once na, for example, itong apat na to may partnership. Umalis si Realy. Ang natira, si Jeff, si Oliver, at si Crystal. Silang tatlo, they are called continuing partners. Kasi sila yung nagtuloy ng existing partnership na meron sila. Next, surviving partner are partners who remain after the dissolution by death of any partner. Pag sinabi naman natin na surviving partner, say for example, kung magbigay ng pangalan kasi hindi ko mamatay, A, B, and C, and D are partners. Ngayon, namatay si B. Tinuloy ni A, ni C, at ni D. They are surviving partners. Okay? Kapag ang cause ng dissolution ay pagkamatay, yung maiiwan na partners are called surviving. Pero kung na-dissolve lang naman ang partnership, not because of death, ang tawag ay continuing partners. Okay? Next kind of partner is what we call the sub-partner. Yung sub-partner, hindi talaga siya partner into the partnership. So say for example, itong apat na to, they form a partnership. Tapos sabi ni Realin, partners, yung profit ko, ang makaka-receive or ibibigay ko na siya kay Kyla. Okay, sabi ni Realin, partners, yung profit ko, kay Kyla ko ibibigay. Pero andito pa rin ako. Kung ano man yung ginagawa ko dito sa partnership, same lang. Yun nga lang, yung profit ko, ibibigay ko kay Kyla. Ang tawag kay Kyla na pinagbibigyan ng profit ni Realin is a sub-partner. Okay? pero hindi part ng partnership mismo si Kyla. Okay? Magkaiba yun, ha? Kyla is just a sub-part. Nagets po? Sino pa rin yung partner sa partnership? Sila pa rin ata. Kyla is just a sub-partner. Next. Ostensible partner. Ostensible. Ostensible partner. An ostensible partner is a partner who takes an active part in the business and is known to the public. Again, kapag ostensible, active in business, and known sa public. Both active in business and known in public. Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na secret partner. Okay. Again, pag ostensible, active sa business and known in public. Meron kang tinatawag na secret partner. Ang secret partner, active siya sa business, pero hindi siya known sa public. Kaya nga secret, di ba? Again, pag secret partner, active sa business, pero not known in public. Meron din tayong tinatawag na silent partner. Silent partner, this one is not active in the business, but is known in the public. Okay? Nagets yung difference. Secret. Ito term sa secret, hindi siya alam ng public. Silent, hindi siya active sa business. Kung meron tayong ostensible, na itong dalawa present, meron tayong tinatawag na dormant partner. Ang dormant partner, hindi siya active, hindi rin siya known. So, anong silbi niya? Wala siyang silbi. Wala. Na, part siya ng ano? When you say active, part siya ng management ng business. Kumbaga, part siya ng decision making, yun yung active. So again, pag dormant, hindi na active, hindi pa known. Anong silbi ng dormant partner? Palamuti. Ayan ang dormant partner. Next, we have original partner. So, ano naman ang original partner? When we say original partner, so yung partner na simula nag-form yung partnership, nandun na siya. Say, for example, Jeff, Rhea Lynn, Oliver, and Crystal nag-form ng partnership, umalis si Rhea Lynn. Natira yung tatlo. Pumasok si Kyla, at na ulit sila, umalis si Oliver at si Crystal. Sino na lang ang original partner? Si Jeff. Okay? Once siya yung natira, originally from the constitution of partnership, nandun pa rin siya. Siya ay original partner. Next naman is incoming partner. An incoming partner is yung paparating. So kanina, pagpapasok si Kyla, Kyla is called an incoming partner. And last kind of partner is a retiring partner. Yung retiring partner, from that term itself, magre-retire siya. Okay? So, those are the different kinds of partnership. Ha? Sige. Let's have a 9-minute break. 8 na lang pala. Balik tayo ng 4:15. CR break. 4:15. Ha? Coffee? O, hindi na kayo bumalik. Ano ba yan? Kinds of partnership or kinds of partner? Sa partner yun? Walang ganun sa purpose. Kahit sa partner yon na may matitira. Wala, sinong ginagaya mo? Sinong ginagaya mo? General partnership is lahat sila, general yung liability nila. Hindi na partnership yun. Oo, lahat sila pa diretso sa assets. Pag limited, merong isa, one or more, na limited partner. Pero hindi pwedeng lahat limited. Pag yung, kunyari, isa lang yung general partner, siya lang yung hahabulin. Personally ng creditors. Oo. Yun nga yung characteristic ng limited partnership. Kapag meron kang limited partner, yung pwede mo lang habulin sa kanya is up to the extent ng contribution niya. So, kung isa lang yung general partner, wala, hindi na natin problema yun. Kumbaga, yun yung ano nila eh, yun yung partnership na finorm nila. Isa lang yung general partner. So, ang kawawa doon is the general partner. Kung lahat ng partners na ay limited. Kasi, sinigang. Kung, alin, ang alin. Para alam nyo kung partnership or hindi. Basta kailangan nandun yung 5 requisites of a partnership. So, baga dapat tinayo yung partnership to form a business. Pero kung nandyan na talaga yun, kumikita na talaga, before pa sila pumasok, hindi yun partnership. Ayun, hindi yun partnership. Saan? Kaya Nina? Ah. I am so tired. Accounting yun, iba pa yun. Ibang accounting yun. Hindi yun intermediate accounting. Sa, iba yung ano. Ha? Ano ba yung isa? Di ba meron kayong strategic something? Hindi siya cost accounting. Baka ibang SEM pa yung cost. Ng? Oo. Ang bilis nyo nga natapos dun sa oras lang kayo. Nainggit ako eh. Gusto ko na rin tapusin yung klase ko na. Hindi ko alam. Hindi na. Ano daw? Pagod daw. Eh, sabi niya, hindi naman siya nagturo. Paano siya niya maintindihan? Hoy, Oliver, susumbong kita kay Sir Gerald. Sinasabi mo taxable yung puno. Silent. Sino yung silent? Ay, okay na kayo. Ako hindi pa. Ah? Ah? Ah, di ba ano pag pag illegal yung purpose? Di ba void? Hmm. Bakit dito? Dapat sila yung same na lang nila. Para hindi nakakalito. Dito lang yung PE nyo. Kaya nga. Mike, ibigyan natin yung karaoke. Buti ba si Sai nagsisend ng heart? Buti pa si Sai may heart. Ayan, si Simon may heart na din. Si Laika may heart din. Ay, iba. May pa-video. Sino isang kasama niyo? Hindi ko makita. Si Katrina ba yan? Sino yan? Crisaline? Oo nga, si Kat, si Crisaline, tsaka si Rin.
Ma'am, ame literal. Ma'am, babarek, punta ka din eh. Apple si Jeff.
Sabi?
Babarek daw, ma'am. Ma'am, babarek.
Parang wala naman akong alam na ba?
Hoy, Crisalin. Hoy.
Ma'am! Ma'am!
Wala kayo nito.
Yes, Simon.
Matatapos po ba yung chapter 1 ngayon?
Di ko naririnig, Simon, i-type mo kasi ang ingay.
Sige po.
Okay, game na ulit. Pwede na ba ulit tayo mag-start? Saglit na lang, saglit na lang. Bilis na to. Matatapos natin yung chapter 1, yes. I think tatapusin natin. Kasi patapos na. Patapos na. O, game.
Ma'am, awa ka sa boses mo.
Hi, guys. Ito ako.
Ma'am.
Again. Again, partner, again. Ngayon naman, i-distinguish natin yung partnership versus other contracts. Panindigan ko na lang, di ba? I-distinguish natin. Okay, sorry na. Ngayon naman, guys, i-distinguish natin yung partnership versus other contract. Kasi syempre, hindi lang naman yung partnership yung contract na meron tayo, di ba? Wait. So, meron tayong tinatawag, guys, na joint venture. Ano po yung joint venture? So, pag nasa ating accounting na tayo, lagi niyo ba ito yung tinatawag natin na joint venture. Okay. And now, some venture versus a partnership. Yung partnership, you can enter into as many transactions as you want. Unlike sa joint venture, you form a joint venture for a single transaction only. Again, when you form a partnership, pwede kayong pumasok sa mga transaction kahit gaano karami. Sa joint venture, you only form a joint venture because you are going to enter into a single transaction. Usually guys, yung mga joint venture, say for example, si Kat at saka si Kayla, sabi nila, sabi ni Kat kay Kayla, Kayla, ibenta natin yung cellphone ni ma'am na ninakaw ko. Sabi ni Kat kay Kayla, Kayla, ibenta natin yung cellphone ni ma'am na ninakaw ko. Pero after nito, wala na tayong connection. Ano ang purpose nila? Ibenta yung cellphone. Ilang transaction ang meron? So that is a joint venture. Now, once mabenta na nila yung cellphone, wala na sila. Okay? Okay. Ang partnership, pinalilimit into one single transaction. Okay, yun ang difference between joint venture and a partnership. Ano ba ang difference? Ang joint venture, this has no separate juridical identity. Yung partnership ba meron na separate juridical identity? Meron, di ba? Itong joint venture, wala. Ano pa? Sa joint venture, pwede nga mag-form ng joint venture ay dalawang corporation. Pwede si corporation A, mag-form siya ng joint venture with corporation B. Okay? For a one single transaction. Pero pwede pang mag-form ng partnership si corporation B at si corporation B. Hindi. Diba? Kasi tao lang ang nag-form ng isang partnership. So, yun yung difference. Again, when you talk about joint ventures, pwedeng mag-form ng joint venture yung dalawang form. Okay? Yun yung joint venture. So, different to ha. This is not the same as partnership. Okay, next na contract na meron tayo is yung tinatawag nga natin na co-ownership. Pero i-differentiate na natin yung partnership between co-ownership. Ngayon, sa partnership, paano nga ulit na-perfect yung partnership? By mere consent. Itong co-ownership this is created by the operation. So, kumbaga, kahit hindi kayo mag-agree na co-owners kayo, pero dahil sa batas, you are co-owners. Wala kayong mag-agree. See, for example, si A, meron siyang dalawang anak. Si B at si C. Ngayon, meron siyang bahay. Namatay si A. Sabi ko namatay si A, sabi niya dyan, hulog. Ayan, namatay si A. So ngayon, yung bahay, kanino mapupunta? Kay B at kay C. Wala silang magagawang dalawa kahit hindi sila mag-agree na co-owners sila. Bakit? Kasi co-ownership is created by the operation. Okay? Another example or another distinction ng co-ownership versus partnership, yung partnership, di ba, walang limit. See, for example, yung apat na to, na kaya nilang magkaroon ng partnership na more than 30 years na hindi na dissolve. Okay? Yung co-ownership kasi guys, dapat hindi ina-allow rather ng batas na mag-exist yung co-ownership for more than 10 years na hindi na divide yung ownership. Again, co-ownership hindi allow ng batas na maging undivided yung property for more than 10 years. Although this is extended. Pwede siyang extend. But then again, yung partnership, kahit mag-last din ng 50 years, walang problema. As long as hindi na dissolve yung partnership na finorm nila. Pero yung co-ownership, pag more than 10 years na at hindi pa rin na-divide, hindi na ina-allow ng batas. Although pwedeng na-extend. Okay. Sa partnership, say for example, itong apat na to, they are partners. Tapos, sabi ni Jeff, ay, ayoko na maging partner. Ibebenta ko na lang yung share ko, say for example, kay Alexis. Hindi yun pwede. Unless mag-agree yung tatlo niyang partners. Okay? So, hindi pwedeng ibenta ng partner yung interest niya dun sa partnership to another person unless the other partners ay mag-agree. Ano ang kaibahan niya sa co-ownership? See, for example, si B and si B kailangan niya ng pera. Sabi na, sorry C, kailangan kong ibenta yung share ko dito sa property na co-owners tayo. Kahit hindi mag-agree si C, pwedeng ibenta ni B yung share. Okay? Ang difference sa partnership, yung share sa partnership, hindi pwedeng ibenta unless mag-consent yung partners. Dito sa co-ownership, even without consent, pwedeng magbenta ng share. Okay? Yun ang difference between partnership and co-ownership. Kayo nga, magbigay nga kayo ng difference between corporation and a partnership. Mas familiar kayo, nagising si Oliver. Difference ng corporation and a partnership. Una, paano na-create ang partnership? By contract or by consent. Pero ang corporation, paano siya na-create? Created din yung corporation under the operation of the law. Next. Ang partnership, nagpwede siyang mag-start basta mag-consent na yung partners. Ang corporation, kailan siya mabubuo? Kapag na-issue na yung Articles of Incorporation from the Securities and Exchange Commission. Doon lang mabubuo or doon lang pwedeng mag-operate ang isang corporation. Pag na-issue na or na-receive na nila yung tinatawag natin na Articles of Incorporation. Next, when it comes to liability, pag general partnership, liable ba yung partners up to the extent of their personal assets? Yes. Pero, kapag corporation, liable ba yung shareholders? Hindi. Okay? Ayan. So again, kailan madi-dissolve yung partnership? Say for example, may namatay, may nag-retire, or pwedeng dahil ayaw na lang nila, pwedeng ma-dissolve yung partnership. Yung corporation kasi guys, hindi yan basta-basta na-dissolve. Okay? Madi-dissolve lang siya by operation of the law lang rin. Okay, so those are the differences between partnership and corporation. Now, punta naman tayo sa conjugal partnership of gains. Ano ba yung conjugal partnership of gains? Guys, applicable to, say for example, kinasal, si B, and si C. Okay, pag kinasal sila at wala silang prenuptial agreement, when we say prenuptial agreement kasi, sa batas kasi natin guys, pag kinasal kayo, all of your properties, conjugal na. And lahat ng kikitain ninyo is conjugal din. Okay? Yung partnership, different siya from conjugal properties of gains kasi unang-una, applicable yung conjugal properties of gains, conjugal partnership of gains kapag kinasal na. Okay? Sa partnership, wala namang ganung requisite. So, ano mangyayari again sa conjugal partnership of gains? Lahat ng kikitain ng properties ng mag-asawa, conjugal property nila. Ibig sabihin, hati silang dalawa. Okay? Unlike sa partnership na hindi necessary na magkaiba yung gender ng partners, dito kasi kailangan mag-asawa. Kaya anong difference ng partnership and an association? Usually guys kasi ang association, pino-form siya not necessarily because ang objective ng members is to gain profit. So minsan nagtatayo tayo ng association because we share common interest and not necessarily for purposes of gaining profit. Yung partnership kasi, di ba ang purpose na is to obtain what? Profit. Minsan, yung association, hindi naman kailangan necessary na meron tayong profit na i-obtain. Okay, guys. Balikan lang natin yung consensual characteristic ng isang partnership. Di ba sabi ko sa inyo kanina, partnership is consensual. Ngayon, kapag walang real property, when we say real property, example of real property is land. Okay? So kapag walang real property na i-contribute doon sa partnership, pwede na perfected siya by mere consent lamang. Ang exception niya is what if merong real property na kailangang i-contribute. If merong real property na kailangang i-contribute, kailangan maging notarized muna yung contract of partnership. Yun yung exception. Okay? Again, pag walang real property, okay lang ba na yung consent is made orally or hindi nakasulat? Pag walang real property, okay lang ba na oral lang yung consent, na nag-agree lang kayo orally? Walang real property, pera lang, say for example, ang i-contribute. Pwede na oral or kailangan nakasulat and notarized? Oral, pwede. Pero kapag may real property, may land na i-contribute sa partnership, perfected ba yung contract kahit walang notarized na kontrata? Hindi. Again, kapag may real property, kailangan notarized yung contract of partnership. Kapag walang real property na i-contribute, kahit walang notarized contract of partnership, kahit oral yung agreement, pwede. True or false? Madali. Last na to. Tapos na tayo. A partnership begins from the time the partnership is registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. True or false? A partnership begins from the time the partnership is registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. False. Kaya nagsa-start yung partnership kapag meron ng consent. Kapag may real property, kapag notarized na yung contract of partnership. Real property. Land, bahay at lupa. Basta may real property, doon lang kailangan ng notarized. For example, pera lang naman yung i-contribute, walang real property, kahit oral pwede. Real property lang yung exemption. Hindi naman. Kailangan ino-notarize siya kapag mag-aambag ka ng real property. Pero kung ang ambag ng mga partners walang real property, kahit orally pwedeng ma-form yung partnership. Kailangan may notarize. Next, a partnership may be formed for charitable purposes. Pwede daw bang mag-form ng partnership for charitable purposes? False, kasi essential requisite ng contract, it is formed to obtain profit. Next, a partnership at will is one in which no time is specified and is not formed for a particular undertaking. True. Diba? Ano yung pinorm na may time? Fixed partnership. Ito. A partnership contract is consensual because it is perfected by the delivery of the money and property that partners have promised to contribute to the common fund. Kaya daw consensual ang isang partnership kasi nape-perfect daw siya kapag nag-contribute na tayo ng money. Tama ba yon? Hindi. Consensual siya kasi it is perfected by mere consent. Ay, ang galing. Perfect na. A partnership formed for unlawful purposes is void. True or false? For
True.
unlawful purposes. True or
True.
false? Unlawful
True.
purposes.
True.
A partnership that is formed for unlawful purposes, UNALA, unlawful. Diba true? It is void.
True.
Last, a partnership is formed when two brothers are receiving profits or rentals from a property that they inherited from their deceased father. False. Anong meron
False.
sa kanila? Co-ownership. Ay, ang galing nyo na. Pwede na mag-exam. O, get 1/4 sheet of paper. Hoy, bakit pag ako ayaw kumuha ng papel? Guys, yung mga online, please, prepare then paper and then send me the answers. Get 1/4 sheet of paper.
Totoo
Joke
po.
lang. Joke lang. Ayan, sige. So that ends our discussion. So next meeting, we'll be discussing chapter 2. Next meeting, lesson 2 tayo. Rights and obligations of partners.
Ma'am?
Sorry.
Ma'am?
Chapter 2. May question yung online.
Po.
17. Parang 1787. Ikaw.